What's up, everyone? I bet you didn't expect this, but we're back again within like 2 weeks of the last video, so maybe there will be videos this year, unlike the last 2 years. But anyways, today we're going to be going over my Xbox 360 collection. Now, if you've been a long-time fan of the channel, you've seen many Xbox 360 collections because it was my favorite console of that generation, and I was really into it and into collecting for it for a while. Unfortunately, younger me is a little bit of what we would call a fucking moron, and sold like a bunch of my 360 games. I had like 2 entire shelves full of them, and most of them are now gone. But we are left with some of the better ones, and also the ones that no one would take. So, here we go. First, we've got Assassin's Creed 2. Now, everybody says this is the best Assassin's Creed game, along with like the 2 sequels that it has. I have never played this game. I've only ever played Assassin's Creed 1 and 3. So really have nothing to say about this one. I might give this a try. I think they updated this for Series X and S, so that'll be interesting to see. Next up we have BioShock. Haven't played this at all. I've heard really good things about it, although I have it on PC, so I mean, I'm not going to play the 360 version, but I have heard really good things. And same thing with BioShock 2. Haven't played it, but have heard really good things and want to get to it eventually. Alright, next we have Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, I wish Xbox would stop changing their cases like every 3 seconds, but this game's pretty good. I really like the campaign in Modern Warfare 1. In terms of multiplayer, I'm more of a Treyarch person, but the campaign in this game is really fun. I also really enjoyed the remaster of this on the, well, I was going to say current gen, but they're not current anymore, which is kind of weird, but the next gen of consoles. Next up, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. In terms of the campaign, this is probably my least favorite of the Modern Warfare games, but it does have Spec Ops, which is fantastic, a great survival mode. I love that. Is the disc loose in here? Or no, it's just loud. But yeah, good game in terms of the survival mode. The campaign I didn't finish. I wasn't really that into it. Next we have Call of Duty Black Ops. I really like this game. This is kind of like what started me on Call of Duty. I wasn't that into it, but I did get this game and I played a lot of the multiplayer just like for fun, and that was mostly on PS3. But I wasn't like, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was just kind of like playing it because everyone was talking about it, and I was like, I would put on a podcast and try to play it on my own. So I don't have that many like memories of it, and I only played it for a few months, but it was pretty okay. Next we have the COD that got me into COD, and like online gaming in general. I have so many good memories with this. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is one of my favorite games of all time. This game is honestly probably the best well-rounded Call of Duty package. I think there are things that other games have done better. Like I think the zombies in Black Ops 3 is definitely better. The campaign, out of all the ones I've played, my favorite is probably Modern Warfare 1 or Black Ops Cold War. But the campaign in this is alright, and the multiplayer is phenomenal. It still holds up to this day. There are mods on PC that allow you to play it with a few like additional settings and like make it more modern, and the game still holds up even to this day. This game, like, I know people think of Call of Duty as like one of those yearly franchise series that like degrades in quality a lot, and that is true and that is valid today, but Black Ops 2 legitimately is a fantastic first-person shooter, and if you've never played it before, I'd highly recommend it. The multiplayer is like superb. I'm so sad that it's filled with hackers now on console, because it's a great game and it's backwards compatible on Xbox One and Series X and S. So would highly recommend this if you haven't played it before. The online environment might not be the same today, but I think they're still fun to be had here. Next up we have Call of Duty Ghosts, the game that gave Black Ops 2 another year of fun. When this game came out, me and many other people bought it day one. This is my day one copy of COD Ghosts. And then all of us collectively went back to Black Ops 2 within like a week. I've heard the campaign in Ghosts is actually pretty good. I haven't played it, but the multiplayer is awful, and the extinction mode that they tried to add to this game just isn't it, unfortunately. Next we have Dead Island. I didn't really care for this game too much. I can understand the appeal behind it, but I think a lot of the things in this game are things that other games have done better. It has a lot of just like glitches and weird issues. I can definitely see the inspiration between this and then Dying Light, which is what Techland went on to make after this, and I think Dying Light is basically like this game but done in a better way, essentially. But I know a lot of people enjoyed this when it came out. The sequel, though, is a bit of a mess. I don't have it anymore, but I did have it at one point, and yikes. Next, we have Dishonored. This is one of those games that I actually I've played a little bit of when I first got it way back. I don't remember that much of it. From what I understand, a lot of this game's mechanics are pretty similar to Deathloop, which I played recently and really enjoyed. So I've been thinking about giving this and its sequel a chance. They're both on Game Pass, and I think they have updated versions, so I have a physical copy, but this is never getting used. Next we have Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. I honestly don't know what this is. My friend gave this to me like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe longer ago now, and no idea what this is. Next we have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So this is where I can make like everybody hate me. I just like cannot get into this game. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Like it's fine. And I actually think like the world is pretty interesting, but just like I'm not a huge open world person, and if an open world game doesn't like grab me in a very certain way, I just can't get into it, and I think this is one of those cases. And I really want to like this game a lot, but it's just kind of like there for me. So I don't know, I've tried it a bunch of times, I just can't do it. I'm not a big fantasy person, which I think is part of it, but I can definitely see that it is like a fantastic game, so don't take my word on this one if you're looking for opinions. Speaking of making people hate me, we've got Fable 3. This came with my Xbox when I bought it, and this game is like what is this? Like I just remember trying to play this and being so confused that like someone made a game like this, that like what? I don't even know. I'm not gonna upset the Fable fans. Let's move on. Next up we've got Fallout 3, and also the next one is Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition with like what the hell is this, Xbox? Like, make up your mind. Like dude, I love my Series X, but the fact that they've changed these cases like every 3 days, like they just like someone at in the graphic design department at Xbox is very bored. But anyways, Fallout 3 is a fantastic game. The Game of the Year edition was cheaper than the DLC, so that's why I have that. But I had a lot of fun with Fallout 3 when I first got it, way back. I think I got it in 2011 and it came out in 2008. I don't know that it holds up particularly well anymore, but when I played it, it was one of the first open world games I ever played, and I just like fell in love. It was so much fun. I could not get into Fallout 4 at all, but Fallout 3, fantastic. Next we have Far Cry 3, the only Far Cry game that I think is actually worth playing. Far Cry 4 is okay, but after that they kind of just, I keep trying. I don't know why I keep buying them, but Far Cry 3 is a lot of fun. I think this is like where they hit the peak of the series and then they kind of didn't know what to do with it afterwards, but this is a really fun game. FIFA Street. There was a time when I was very into FIFA, and I bought FIFA Street, and because people said like the street soccer aspect was cool. I've literally never put this in my console, so I can't really review this one. Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, I have good memories with this game, and I think everybody does, but there were a lot of things wrong with this game, and I remember especially on 360, this game looked like ass. Like, it looked like they rubbed Vaseline all over the screen. Like, And I felt like I was the only person that ever noticed it. Like, no one else ever talked about it at the time, but even then, like, I was like, this game looks awful. Like, I think I have a 360 collection from 2014 that's still public that you can watch, where I said, like, pretty much the exact same thing. But, yeah, it doesn't look good, but, I mean, it's fun, so doesn't have to look good. Pokemon Legends Arceus taught me that. Alright, next we've got... Is this still sealed? This is... I've had this game sealed for, like... I think I got this in the vlogs. I think this is an iLife X. We've got Trials HD, Limbo, and Missplosion Man, or... Yeah. I didn't know this was still sealed, to be honest. Like, wow. Is this worth anything? Am I holding a gold pie? Moving on. Madden 09. Scott would be mad. Alright, we got Naruto Rise of a Ninja. Now I heard a lot of rumblings that this game was like really great. So I sat my friend down and I was like, you're held hostage, we're gonna play Naruto Rise of a Ninja and we're gonna have the time of our life. Was it terrible? No. Like, I don't think it's the worst game I've ever played, but like people are really hyping this game up and I'm not really sure why, because it's fine, but like Storm is better, and this game has a lot of really weird aspects, like the voice acting in this game. So some of the dub voice actors from Naruto are in this game, and then some of them aren't. So like Konohamaru is not Konohamaru, and the lines are weird. Like there's a really good one that people really need to pay more attention to and make into a meme, but there's like one line where Konohamaru is like, that's one mean Genin, and yeah, I like that one. But overall, it's fine. It's like, it's fun enough, but I'm not sure that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a hidden gem. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think this is something that like you need to go out and buy, but you know, it was 8 hours of my life. Next, we've got Naruto The Broken Bond. Thank you, GameStop, for this fantastic case. Truly the pinnacle of humanity right here. So, this is the sequel to Rise of a Ninja. I haven't played this, so no idea. Next up, we've got Ninja Storm Generations. Now, this is my favorite Storm game, and I know that's probably an unpopular opinion because this one was like one of the ones they released in between the major entries just to like fill a year. But I know a lot of people play Storm because they enjoy like the storyline aspect of it with all like the really grand cutscenes, and like the cutscenes are really well done in Storm. Don't get me wrong, but I've already seen Naruto Shippuden, and a lot of times I don't want to sit there and rewatch something I've already seen. So what I really liked about Generations was all of the cutscenes were just like stuff from the anime, and you could just skip it, and you would just like jump between fights. There were storylines for each individual character, which was really cool. I had so much fun with this game. I spent so many hours on it. I actually 100%ed all of the achievements in the game as well, which you can see in iLife X Kai. But yeah, this game is my favorite Storm game. I had a lot of fun with this. This probably, like, I recently made a list of my top 30 games of all time, and this made that list, just because I have so many good memories with it, and it's a lot of fun. You can't go wrong with any of the Storm games, except the next one. Ninja Storm, what is this even called? Revolution. Well, they got the box art right. Like, the box art, it's pretty banging, honestly. Like, they did a good job with that, but the actual game, not sure how I feel about that. It's just, they tried like this weird like 4-way fighting nonsense, and it was not good. So wouldn't recommend this one. I would recommend literally any other Storm game, just not this one. Don't buy this one. Ninja Storm 3. This one's good. Not much to say here. Most of the Storm games are pretty much the same, but Storm 3 is good. The final boss fight is a little bit annoying, though. And if you know, you know. Need for Speed Most Wanted, 2012 edition. Not to be confused with the other Need for Speed Most Wanted. I love when developers do that. This game is phenomenal. This is one of the best racing games you can get. I'm really sad that it hasn't been ported or remastered or remade because it's one of my favorite racing games of all time. Criterion did a fantastic job with this game, and it's available on Wii U as well, which I think is a little known fact, and it has like Mario stuff in it, so if you have a Wii U and you're like a Wii U collector, that's like a cool thing to have. But I had a lot of fun with this game. It's also available on PC now, I think, and on Game Pass, so that's pretty cool. Rock Band 2, I don't have the instruments, I don't know why I have this game. Let's move on. Sonic Generations, by far the best Sonic game released in the last 10 years. I was a huge Sonic fan growing up, and it was kind of demoralizing, and still kind of is to this day, that Sonic kind of sucks now. But this game just brought me back to the glory days for like a good little bit. Really enjoyed it. It was fun. Looking forward to the Sonic movie 2, because that's like the only thing I have faith in anymore. Sonic Frontiers is probably going to be bad, let's be honest, but we can all go back to this gem. Also, this runs at 60 FPS and 4K on the Series X now, which is fantastic because the PC version can't do that for some reason, but this can, so I love Sega. And lastly, we have Viva Pinata. I've owned this game for like 10 years, and to be honest, I have never once touched this game. I could not tell you what this game is, what it's about, other than it has pinatas, and I'm pretty sure there was a 4Kids show based on this. But I've heard really good things about it, and it's actually developed by Rare, which is weird. So maybe it's good. I honestly don't know, but all I've heard about it is that people seem to really like it, and I think it's on Rare Replay and it's backwards compatible, so if you have a Series X or S, check it out, I guess, or an Xbox One or a 360. But yeah, that'll do it for my 360 collection. It's a far cry from the 2 shelves of games I had in 2015, but it's what I got now, and let's be honest, no one's buying 360 games in 2022, so that's probably going to be it forever. So I hope you've enjoyed my last Xbox 360 collection I'll ever make in my life, because I'll never need to make one again. But I thought we would at least get through it so you guys know my thoughts on these and what I have now. Let me know if there's any console collections you specifically want to see down below. I was thinking of doing Xbox One and Series X, but I honestly don't have that many games, and same with PS5. I have like 3 games for it, so kind of hard to do on those, but I can do 3DS, GameCube, Wii U, I guess. I have like 6 games for that. That'll be fun. I could do Switch Digital. Whatever you guys want to see, let me know. I want to make more videos. And I like doing this because I've always liked seeing these types of videos. I look for them all the time, and I feel like people don't make them as much as they used to, so it can be hard to like find this type of content, which is why I like making it, because it's like, if I'm looking for it, I'm sure other people are. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic, whatever time of day you're watching this.